Hello, portfolio friends. So today we are going to talk about issue.com and your assignment one. So if you recall from the course calendar, that is kind of where we're at today. So I'll be issuing, no pun intended, this lecture about issue.com, and that will also have information about your assignment one, but I'll also do an assignment one write up so you have it. So, what is issue.com? Issue.com, issuu.com, is essentially a digital repository for portfolios of all kinds. So, this isn't just limited to the architectural industry, although there are tons on here. So, what we need to do is create a login for this website. I personally just used my Madison College credentials, so I didn't have to remember another username and login. So I'm just going to log in right real quick. My keyboard. There we go. So here we are in issue.com, and what issue is good for is you can load your portfolio as well as look at everybody else's. You can share your portfolio from here. So it might be a cool place that when we're done with this semester, you could upload your portfolio, maybe get some feedback from people, but also share it with potential employers, maybe include the link on your resume. There's a lot of options. So before we jump in on where to find portfolios and also how to save them, here are some things I want you to look out for as you look through these portfolio examples. Essentially, for assignment one, I want you to find three that really catch your eye. Now, maybe you like a part of your first favorite, a part of your second, and a part of your third, and you're going to use those three parts as sort of your starting point for your own personal portfolio. You can do it that way. Maybe you like everything about one portfolio and you're going to use that as your starting point. So we are going to use these portfolios to sort of help us just get started, and we're going to essentially replicate them with our own content. But in the course of that, it's naturally going to become your own. So our first step is really to find some we like. So what are some aspects of these portfolios that I want you to specifically keep an eye out for? First is the title page, right? That is your first doorway into these portfolios, and also the first image that you'll see. And that's basically where you decide, hey, should I look at this one or not? Do I like it or not? So title page is very important. Okay. The table of contents / resume page, that's usually right in the beginning. But a lot of these portfolios have a little brief resume and also the table of contents of the whole portfolio. Keep an eye out for that. The third thing on my list here, which I think is the most important, is the structure or graphical elements. How are the different projects in the portfolio arranged? How do I know that when I leave one project, I'm going into another? What are the graphical cues to me that lets me know, oh, I'm in a new project now, and we're moving on in the portfolio? Now, that's kind of what I mean by structure, but then also what are like the graphical elements that are added that might not be related to like project one, project two. They might be like a band of color, or a bold line or something that every time I see the bold line, I can kind of get a sense that, yeah, we've entered a new project on this portfolio. Fourth on the list is white space. Watch out for white space and the use of white space. I'm a big fan of white space. It allows people really to focus in on your artwork and your imagery, and it helps things not be too busy. So maybe we'll see some examples today of a good use of white space. And then last, I have words or lack thereof. I personally don't like putting a lot of words in portfolios. Typically, when people look at a portfolio, they're just flipping through. They're not reading your life story that maybe you spent days writing in there. So it's something to consider. I think some words are good and having some content in there, but filling up paragraph after paragraph after paragraph, I don't know. But we can talk about that. And if it's important to you, of course, by all means. Okay, so a couple lookouts. When you look at this, some of these people are pros. So they have tons and tons of content. Don't let that kill your creativity. Don't let that kill your confidence. That's about, you know, they're pros. They've done this for years. They've added these projects as they moved on, and this is a growing document, and you can't let it just kind of destroy your confidence. So basically, I want you to look at how they organize their projects, and we can sort of mimic that organization into our own. And it doesn't matter that we have 3 projects and they have 50 or something crazy like that. So keep that in mind. Watch out for busyness. Okay, too many images, too many words on the screen, and that type of thing. So just really look at those first things I mentioned: title, table of contents, and resume, the structure of the portfolio, white space, and words and lack thereof. Okay, so for your assignment 1, we got to find 3 that we really like or more. It doesn't matter. You can have 18 that you like, but we're going to have to whittle that down to get started at some point. But it wouldn't be bad to save them. So I've made a profile on here. I'm in issue.com. I just clicked on my little face over here and it took me to this page. Now I'm going to go under this read column here and I'm going to click saved right here. What's really cool in Issue is that you can create a stack of saved portfolios that you think are really cool. So I don't have to constantly be searching for the same one. So I'm going to create a new stack and I'm going to call it portfolios that appeal to me. That's nice. Okay, and I'm going to say create stack. Okay, so now I have it right here, and it just says no publications added yet, and I can create a new stack if I wanted to. Okay, so how do we start populating this stack with portfolios that we like? So I'm just going to go up to the search menu right up here, and I'm just going to type architecture. Okay, and now as you see, look at all this stuff in here. Okay, architecture CV, resume, thesis, portfolio, portfolio. So there's a lot on there. So basically, my guess is there's a lot of people from different countries on here, so you might see some other spellings for portfolio, but I'm just going to go into the portfolio one in English and look at this stack of portfolios we have to look through. And the list just keeps going and going. So let's just look through one together, and maybe I can find one that I could put in my liked column, and we could go from there. So first thing I'm going to do is, it looks like these two maybe either know each other or one of these sort of copied their style from the other one. It's kind of interesting. I like that cover. It's fun and it's cool. That's interesting. I'm going to select this one right here. I have no idea what's in it, but one thing I do like about it, so I just clicked on it, is the minimalist cover. Leaves a sense of mystery. It just says portfolio like 1,000 times here. So look at this, visual artist and set designer. So it's not even an architect per se, but that's okay. Let's just see how they structured their portfolio. Let's go in here. Oh, so this is pretty beautiful. I mean, here's a looks like a resume. This looks like a whole resume spread here. That's beautiful. And here we are with a table of contents. So in this case, they use the full 2 pages for a resume, which is possible. And you might be like, I don't have enough to fill that up, but you'd be surprised once you start really thinking about your experience, and maybe yours is just 1 page. That's fine. We go into here, okay, artwork. So here we are in the first project. I can see here, Lit2 or whatever. Let's see if I do full screen. There we go. So this is beautiful 3D design work, nice render work. It looks like we might be getting into a new project now here. Let's see what else we got here. I mean, I think the layout of this is beautiful. I love the small text, the use of white space. I got one image per sheet here, which is really nice. Here, it doesn't feel too crowded. I do actually like the text in this case. It doesn't seem to take away from the beautiful artwork. I'm just kind of go through this one. Yeah, very nice. I mean, graphically, this is a beautiful portfolio. Okay, art direction. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, this is a really long portfolio, but this is interesting. A lot of cool stuff in here. Beautiful layout. Really a beautiful layout. Nice structure. So I'm going to hit escape. So let's say I wanted to save this one because I thought it was cool. I'm going to go to the save. And then it says save this to a stack. Okay, portfolios that appeal to me. I'm going to click it there. Now, if I go into the read column and go to saved, that portfolio is in that stack there. So I've saved it. That's really nice. So let's find another one. Portfolio. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Hugo student portfolio. Let's try this one. This was published in August of 2020. Okay, so there's a really cool hand sketch on there, and this is a student portfolio, so maybe this will compare to some of our work. Selected works 2017 to 2019. Look at that, 2 years, just like you guys. So I'm just gonna flip through. Okay, here's a really cool contents page using graphical imagery to sort of lay that out instead of words. Very clever. And then a bunch of, like, it looks like a filler page here. It just says portfolio, portfolio, portfolio. Okay, first project, Collective Habitation. Pretty nice. This is very, good use of white space. It's not too intense. I'm seeing, okay, what's the first project is called this? Okay. Nice organization of imagery, garage floor, section drawing, ground floor plan, elevations. Okay, pretty good. Maybe you could put more than one image per page in this case. You don't have to oh, I see what he did here. So the structure is now I'm going to put that portfolio graphic, and now I'm going to start my next one, parametric design. Wow, so it looks like some cool imagery here. Interesting. Looks like some sort of art installation project. I think this is a really nice portfolio and something to consider for first, second year. This page looks a little full for me. I would rather see more white space. Photography, this is cool. So he went to full spread in this case. We're almost through his portfolio here. And look at that. That's nice. That's a very beautiful portfolio. I'm going to put that into the saved. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to go back and see what else I find. Now I'm not going to bore you and just continue on here, but this is what I want you to do for week 1. You have a full week to sort of look through portfolios. I think it would be really good if you spend some time every day and just try to find one. Then you get a nice list, and then sort of we can whittle that down as we move forward. So for your assignment, you find at least 3 you like, and then to submit your assignment, I just want you to email me the URL of each portfolio. So your submission for this assignment will be 3 URLs. So let me just click on this one. If this is one of the 3 that you want to send to me, you can just go up to the top. I just clicked in there. I can hit copy. Or maybe you can even hit share. And you could copy the URL right here just by hitting copy and then go paste it into the Teams platform to submit it. Okay, so have fun with issue.com. Let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me a chat or email, and I'm really excited to see what catches your eye. All right, bye, everybody.